Hi, everybody. This is Zero to Set. Welcome back. This is episode 2. I'm Carolee Harris.
I'm Rebecca C.
And I'm Shannon Steele.
Thanks for joining us again. We're so excited to be back. Today we have a kind of fun topic, but we're going to start off with our question of the day, which actually comes from my brother, Kyle Harris. And that is, if we could change anything about the industry, what would that be? Anybody want to start?
That's a really good question, because I think, especially at the stage we're at, there is lots that I would love to change. Like, where do you pick one thing? I think the biggest thing that I would change is that there's a lack of mentorship and knowledge out there, like real world experience knowledge at this level. I mean, you can find mentors and they're like, oh, you need to do this and this. And you kind of go back and you look at it and you're like, well, that's at step 10 and I'm kind of at step 2 and 3. How do I build it now? How do I do it now? I'm not a Hollywood producer yet, and I'm not really an emerging producer now. I kind of need that middle ground, and it's really hard to find, I feel anyways, that mentorship at the middle ground of a producer.
Yeah. I would say, like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was saying if there was opportunities, I feel like I could really push myself to another degree of my career. Like, if there was a way to find these opportunities easier, because I think that's the thing that's so hard, is that, you know, you put yourself out there and you do all these things by working on projects and meeting people and networking, but oftentimes it feels like it can be stagnant, like it's not really taking you to the steps in which you think you can go. Mm-hmm. And so you kind of get this desperation of how does that happen? I don't know really what would change, like how we would make those things happen.
I don't know either.
I feel like that's just the frustration of the industry for me, where I think that I could really push myself if those opportunities were there, if you guys get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's kind of like having that big set ourselves and bringing on a producer to mentor and shadow on that project, so they can see it firsthand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's where the co-productions are so helpful, especially with producers who are willing to take on that mentorship role, where they're going to come in for that. Yeah. For me, it is movies for everyone. So, like, the ability to make a movie for anybody who wants to. And yeah, okay, everyone's got their iPhone or their Android or whatever, and they can get out and they can shoot something. But is it going to make you a successful filmmaker? And, you know, a lot of it comes down to money. So much comes down to money. And
finding
like,
that money is so hard.
That quest for money it's a challenging road to navigate. And again, this kind of ties back to what you guys were saying about mentorship and just knowing where to start and how to get your hands on that money, because it's like there's so many
like that catch-22.
Yeah, there's so many roadblocks in place. Like, you can't get the money because you don't have the experience. You don't have the experience because you can't get the money. And like, if there was more opportunity for up and coming filmmakers to just be able to prove themselves, instead of it being all this list of check boxes, and then it's like, okay, now that you've met all these check boxes, we'll give you money, but it's going to take 6 months to approve it and another 6 months to get it to you. And by that time, like, in your head anyways, as the filmmaker, it's like, well, I've already made the film.
That's a year from now.
Right? We've discovered that that's not necessarily the truth, and that it can take many years to get projects off the ground.
Yes.
But yeah, we would have got them off sooner had money not been an issue. So yeah, I just feel like it's a very restrictive environment for making
something
films.
more accessible. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, hopefully these things change some way or another. We'll make the change.
Yeah, we will make the change.
We are the change. Be the change.
Yes. Well, yeah, next, what we're going to talk about is we both had experiences with 48-hour challenges. Rebecca and Shannon did the one in Okotoks, and Shannon was actually not in Calgary when
that was
happening.
So, yeah.
And then I had one in Vancouver, so we were both busy that weekend.
Yeah.
We were on a roll. I have to say that that was an experience and a half. I think everything that I even prepared myself for that. I was not expecting the genre that we got, and I almost died in the car on the way back to write that. I was like, I'm screwed. Like, I don't know how we're going to do this. And I remember, like, they gave us a bag, and Nathan grabbed the bag, and we ran back to the car. He's like, this is going to be the best. Do you think it's drama? Do you think it's going to be action? Like, what do you think it's going to be? And he pulls it out. He's like, oh, my God. I was like, you can't just say that. He's like, it's musical. And I think as I was sitting in the car, our hearts just, like, stopped. And I was like, well, I think this is going to be really fun. He's like, want to make it better? He's like, it's going to be a spy musical. I'm like, yeah, let's put those creative hats on. Let's figure out what it's going to be, because, you know, we're doing it. Like, let's just do it. Oh my God, I thought I was going to lose it. And then we sat down on that couch, and we got Shannon on the call, and I don't think Shannon had slept. And it was probably the funnest, most entertaining, you know, workshop of creating the script. And by the time we were done, that fear was still there, but there wasn't that, like, that feeling of doom that I had when I saw the term musical.
Right. Yeah, no, that's an intimidating one for sure.
Yeah.
And 48 hour for a musical is hard with no preparation.
And no experience. Like, none of us have written a musical. None of us have.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
let me preface, our musical talent that we have was in Saudi Arabia. That didn't help. Okay.
Well, it sort of helped because
it did.
You know, we did find a workaround. We literally took the 48 hours. Like, that was literally solid. 48 hours that we worked, because I met with you guys my 3 a.m. And then we got to, like, okay, let's build this. We got it to a point where we were really happy with it. You guys went to bed, and the original plan was that I was going to write the script, like really finalize it overnight, and then everyone in the morning would be good to go. But it was a musical. So instead what we did was we built it all that night. We had the actors come over. Everyone contributed. It was a really fun way of devising a piece like that. Mm-hmm. And then we overnight, while everyone else was sleeping, I and my very, very creative daughter, like, kudos to her. She mostly did the work. Wrote the songs, and
she did.
Crazy.
I have to admit, though, like, I was literally blown away. So we get there to go film, and Olivia, Shannon's daughter, is like, oh, I built this whole ballad for this fight scene. And I was like, cool, what kind of ballad? And it sounds like this amazing Latin opera full ballad. And I was like, oh my God, thank God she's on our team. This is absolutely incredible. Like, I feel like the fact that we composed 95% of our music, we wrote it, and she sang it, I was like, this is mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. And she did the instruments too. So we did some synthesizers. Yeah, cool. And then she recorded 4 different versions of violin on top of that. And so we just mixed it all together. We gave it, I think she created like 11 different levels of music that we could pull in and out. Yeah. And she was supposed to be studying for her chem exam the next day.
I mean, that's kind of like studying for chem.
It was a welcome distraction, I think.
It's close enough.
She
got her brain working, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big...
brought her confidence up.
Yeah. Exactly. Music definitely is something that it stimulates a different part of the brain that I believe, and there's lots of research into it, that says that it develops different neurological pathways that
really does.
Make you smarter. Yeah. So
it does. Yep.
Stick with your music lessons, kids. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, my experience was not, like, I didn't do a ton of prep. They were, mainly the producers were the ones that did all of the, like, planning and script writing. I definitely helped. Because I'm the roommate of one of the producers, so I was chatting with them and kind of bouncing off ideas and things like that. And our theme was nature. We had a prompt of we had to have mirror shown into it, and then there was a line. But I remember we had the idea of the pregnancy because that's
wild.
like human nature aspect. And then we brought the whole demon thing into it. And I was stressing because I had never, like, obviously I've done stuff with my camera before and I've shot things, but I've never DOP'd. And when I worked on the Walter Boys, like, the DOP was like, this specific guy was like the man of the set. Like, he did everything. And so I was kind of thinking in that mindset. And when it comes to my photography, I'm not, like, lighting is something I like to play around with. It's not something that I'm like immediately like, I know. And so I like to take my time with lighting, but for 48 hours, you can't really be taking your time. So I was just on the computer, like, researching lighting kits 101, blah, blah, blah.
I love that.
Just, like, writing down notes to be like, how do I light things? How do things work?
Yeah.
And trying to, like, gain as much knowledge as I can about lighting. And then they showed me the camera the night before, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm, like, familiarizing myself. There's a Blackmagic. I've never worked with a Blackmagic before, so it was a new experience for me as well, getting used to how that camera worked and everything. And we had a camera operator, but even then, I still wanted to be, like, more manning of how the shots would move and everything like that. And I also felt like I wanted things to be dark, but our editor was there being like, no, we don't want that. So he was always asking me to bring in more lighting, and I was like, which is probably good because most of the shots felt darker anyway based off the Blackmagic. So it was better that he was there, the editor, kind of telling us, okay, this is kind of what we need so that it's not that difficult in post and so that it doesn't look as grainy. Which I didn't really think about because I'm so much more used to editing photos than I am video.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder in lighting for video than it is for photography. Like, you can get away with grain a lot more in photography than you can with videography. So I feel like that was in itself kind of a new lesson for me. But yeah, we had to kind of wear all sorts of hats. It's like the same with you guys. You kind of have to do so much when you're on the actual set. And so many different things.
Yeah, and change things on the fly and figure it out. Like, being in Calgary on Wonderful May Long Weekend, for those that know, we had this one scene where one of the spies was climbing through a window, which would have been great, but it decided to snow, like 6 inches of snow that day. And there was no way that we were climbing through a window while it was blizzarding outside. So we were like, well, how do we adapt where we still kind of have this window scene? And it became like, oh, we're going to try to, like, stick our arm through the window with this device to try to unlock the door, which ended up being really hilarious and also saved us from getting just covered in snow. Like, that would not have been enjoyable. Like, we should have thought about it. Like, we should have figured it out. We're writing the script, and that morning I was like, why did I not realize that it snows literally every May Long Weekend? Why did I think this one would be different?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we had any, like, crazy problems occur. We the whole script was kind of devised around making a stunt for my roommate because she's a stunt actor, and she wanted to get hit by a car. So we were like trying to bring that into the script. It
was really funny though. The girl's reaction when she got hit by a car was like just priceless. It was so good.
It was good. It was good. And it was, like, honestly, the stunt team that helped with it, they said, like, my friend said that getting the insurance for it was a lot of work, a lot of problems, very, very hard to do. And you had to kind of do that beforehand. So luckily enough, she had the connections to be able to get that handled before, because if it had been the 48 hours, that would have been hard. But yeah, like, that aspect of it was just super. They came, they put on the gear, showed her a run, and then they shot it. But when the stunt team comes, the director can't really man the set anymore. So it was a different experience being like, okay, now I need to work with the stunt team in order to figure out how I want to get the shots for it, which I've never done before. So that was kind of cool.
I love working with stunt teams. They're so fun. I can't say I've ever worked with one in a 48-hour period. Like, I remember when I jumped through a glass window. They were like, you have 3 takes. They had 3 windows.
Oh.
The amount of anxiety, because you had to jump in and, like, land in this, like, hero pose. It was on Winona Earp. And, like, she stands up. And I'm like, I'm totally going to screw this over. Like, I have to jump through this and land all epically. And I have 3 shots. And then it was so funny because the stunt coordinator's like, but no pressure, you got this. Yeah, no pressure. Could not imagine in 48 hours. Like, if you screw up that window, you have to get another window. You have to come back another day.
Yeah.
We got it in the shots, but it was very stressful.
Yeah. That's cool, though.
Yeah, it makes me want to get back into it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite stunt I did, but it was a good one.
Stunts are fun.
Yeah, it was.
They're cool.
I could not have imagined bringing stunts into a 48-hour, and that one's ambitious because, like, even ours, I mean, we did a spy parody, basically. I mean, we could have had stunts in it, being a spy parody, but I could imagine bringing stunts in the 48 hours.
Yeah, I feel like it would be something that you'd have to, because we knew it was going to be the car hit. So as long as you kind of have that, I guess, pre-planned, then it's okay. But if you were just, like, last minute trying to do a stunt, then it would be harder. Also in terms of legalities and stuff like that. Like, if you want a stunt coordinator there, they have to make sure that you actually have the proper insurance.
Yeah.
So,
and not only the proper insurance, you're lucky you didn't have weapons, because then you'd have to have a weapons specialist on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been too much. So, but honestly, some of these teams, it's crazy. Even seeing last year's films, some of these people go all out, and I'm like, how much? That's what I want to know. How much did you have to make this 48? Because the production value on some of these, I'm like, wow.
I wonder if just coming into the 48, if they already had a lot of the equipment.
Some of them do. Like, they already have the connections. A lot of them will pre-write. And they've actually done this thing with Run and Gun this year specifically where they wanted to prevent any pre-writing from happening. So they had added another prompt on it. I don't remember how it was organized, but they knew that a lot of people pre-wrote, and they kind of want to prevent that because the whole point of it is, to do it in the 48 hours, not like pre-plan it. But you can, like, there was people putting in castings. Like, there was someone who actually did a musical, but they had already had, like, ideas prior because they were putting it out there that they were going to be doing a musical. Obviously, I'm sure the prompts made it harder and, like, changed things up. But, yeah, a lot of people, I think, pre-plan.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I think if we had known we were doing a musical, we probably, well, I mean, there's a lot of things we would have done differently. I know now how to write a musical. Well, I know, I guess maybe what not to do more when writing a musical more than how to.
Don't, like, crouch yourself in a hidden area and try to sing. That's ADR right there.
Yeah, that's,
talk about sounding like crap.
That was the learning experience right there, is, like, having a backtrack that you can sing to on the set while you're recording that's always playing in tune, because we didn't. We just had everyone sing their stuff, and the problem with that is, well,
it's not on the...
Yeah, they're picking notes out of the air.
Off.
They're not professional singers. And so then when you go to put the takes together, you're like, oh, she's a semitone higher. Oh, she's a semitone lower. And they don't quite fit together. And tempo, right? So
all of our tempos were off. I think every single one of our tempos were off. And I have to say we're very lucky that you and Olivia were able to create music for behind a lot of them, and that we had Luke doing the guitar to, like, riff behind some, because nothing was the same.
Yeah, and I think that was, like, while you guys were working, while you guys were filming, Olivia and I were sleeping, and then we woke up the next morning, and it was nighttime there. You guys had just finished rapping, and I was like, okay, give me the footage so that I can write the music. And it was like, we're burnt out. We can't do it. We'll get it to you tomorrow. And so all day while you guys were sleeping, Olivia and I were like, well, I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how long the scenes are. So we're just writing stuff in the hopes that it's going to fit.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
so lucky a lot of it did.
Yeah, we ran out of time to really, like, implement the music properly. But yeah, like you said, Rebecca, Luke just jumped right in there, and he was so good at just riffing along with the footage. And I think if we had even just one more hour, because we literally submitted down to the minute.
Okay, I literally sent an email. I'm like, we are submitting it. Can you see it on your end? Does it count? And she sent an email back. She was like, I can see you started the application. I was like, oh, thank goodness. And then she was like, yeah, see it uploading. You're good. It's like,
oh gosh.
Yeah.
Like literally down to the seconds.
Yeah. So
that is so stressful.
I think if we had one more hour, we could have really pieced it together nicely. But, at the end of the day, I'm really proud with what we did. None of us have ever done a musical.
Yeah, I was impressed. I watched it back. I was impressed. That was really good.
And shout out to Deneen for directing, because she just jumped right into that and handled it like a pro. And there was, you guys filmed at my parents' place, and my parents were so happy to have you guys there. Like,
I just love them so much. They're so sweet.
And they were writing me while you guys were filming, and they're like, I just hear so much laughter, and everyone's just having such a great time. And so, even in those stressful hours, I think the way we managed everything was really positive, and that is really important to keeping a good morale and keeping people motivated.
Yeah. One thing that I will always bring to every set that I think always keeps morale high is keep your crew and your cast fed and watered, and they are super, super happy.
Yeah.
Like so many people are like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you guys have all this food and this coffee and this water and this juice. Like, I feel so great. I'm like, yeah, so you guys, we can continue all day and feel fueled. Like, it makes such a difference. I mean, I've been on so many sets where they just don't feed you.
And not just fueled, but appreciated. Yeah. I think that's important too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That we care you're here and we're thankful that you're here. Not just...
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, not that we're just giving them this opportunity. We want them there.
We do. We want them there. Because, in these moments, I really found, like, 48 hours is stressful. And we had such a great time on that set. And everyone just, like, while they came together, I was like, I would work with every one of these people again. Mm-hmm. You really see people's personalities and attitudes in such a time frame where they're like, oh my God, we can't, like, we just have to do it. We don't have a choice. And you really see how people shine in those moments. And at the end of the day, I was like, I would work with every single one of these people again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I was going to ask, did you guys edit it? Because we had it edited while we were filming. So we would upload the stuff and then they would edit while. Did you guys do that, or were you editing at the very end?
We did it at the very end because Sergey wanted to edit it, and he was also our DOP.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So couldn't, which thinking back now, I think would have been a way better idea, because then we could have gotten the footage to Shannon. But I mean, we couldn't do both things at the same time.
Yeah, it's hard, especially because of that. But it is something for a next challenge to think of, is have that in mind.
Yeah.
But then obviously, and then like you would have a rough cut, and then at the end you could work from that rough cut with the director, with everybody, and be like, how do we want to actually have our final cut look like? So it's kind of nice to just have it pieced together and then finish it all with everybody there afterwards. But on that note, if you guys... we're going to do it again, which I'm sure you are. What would you do differently based off of what you learned? And it doesn't have to be, like, musical based, just in general.
I'll let Shannon go first.
Oh, okay. Put me on the spot. What would we do differently? I like that idea of editing on the go. That would have really helped, because we did have that, call it an advantage, I guess, of having people on different sides of the planet. So we could work 48 hours and without sleep. And so if I had that footage as you guys were going along, I could have been writing that whole time,
working on it
and putting it together that way. And then we would have been sailing. But
it would have been going so fast.
Yeah, so I think that's some great advice for doing that. We were a bit ambitious with the number of actors that we brought on. We had 6.
I think we were even gonna have more, which would have been like crazy.
No, I think we were only going to have 6, but I replaced the people that ended up not being able to come, which was fine.
Oh,
people were like jumped right on, which was great. And if you like a drama, 6 is easy. It's fine. Like that genre is fine
it's
for a
true.
6. But when you jump into a musical and you have 48 hours, 6 becomes really, really ambitious.
Yeah.
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 Oh gosh. Okay, Rebecca, your turn.
Oh, that was such a hard one. I think something I would have done differently. The editing would have been great. That's a good one. She stole that one.
I'll jump in for 1 second. I will say that I would not change the people that we brought on for the world. I think everybody brought something super creative and unique to the experience. And by having those 6 people, we made something better than we could have if it was just us, because there were just everyone was so eager to play, and because we've all worked together before, we know each other, we're pretty tight, and so there was a feeling of comfort and confidence that people were able to draw from, and so yes, 6 was ambitious, but if you know that those 6 people are incredible at what they do, it wrote itself. It was easy. It was easy.
100%. I think the one thing I would have changed would be bringing on an additional AD, because I got to the set and it was like, oh, we forgot this. The food didn't get finished like what we'd ordered, so they couldn't go pick it up. So I was like, I'll go get this, and then I'll go get the food. And then I was on my way back, and then Deneen was like, oh, this didn't get picked up. Somebody forgot this. Can you go grab this? I'm like, yeah, I'll go grab this. So instead of being at the scene at the set for 10, I didn't get to the set till almost noon, doing all this running around. And I was like, well, one of us had to do that, right? So I was like, oh, if we just had that one more person that could have got there, because then anything that was done with me was pushed back, which is fine. But with that one person, like, that could have handled all the kind of the behind the scenes
just time-wise too.
Time-wise would have been so good, because they could have taken and handled all of that for Deneen and anybody. Because, I mean, when you're in 48 hours and we sent a rough list really quick of what everybody needed, and, it's 48 hours, and we slept for, 5 hours, and then people were at set, people forgot things, so it would have been great to have that, one additional body, that for things that were forgotten or needed, they could have gone and picked them up, and we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
That would have got things started, I think, a little bit quicker.
Yeah. I think I would change, the one thing I really learned is that more light is better. So I feel like just remembering that from now on when it comes to any kind of production is you can always tone it down in comparison to having to bring it up. So I feel like that's something to always note when it comes to the future projects.
Yeah.
And then to finish it off, I want to ask you guys, in one sentence, what is the biggest thing that a 48-hour film challenge teaches you?
This is why you should do your homework.
You know what?
This is why you should read the questions.
Hey, I did. You're right. Do our homework. I was busy on other things, but I'm gonna go with the first thing that came to my head was to say yes. Because when I saw that genre of musical and then spy musical, I was like, there was lots of colorful language that went through my head of, we are screwed, but in a very more colorful way. And Nathan looked at me and he's like, you know what? I think we just got to go with the ideas that people throw. And I was like, you're right.
Yep.
We do. Mm-hmm. And I just was like, yes, we go with it. We do it. We can do it. And I basically just switch my mentality, and you say yes. You go with the creativity and you say yes. And you can't fight the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of I sent it to you guys today, but there was this meme about when you start becoming a producer, and it was like, when you first start, it's hectic, and then afterwards his face, Cillian Murphy, is just blank, because you get so used to the hecticness, and I feel like a 40-hour film challenge teaches you that, of just keeping, because you guys said, it's so fun and it's such a good time, and it's because we're all just we're just here, we're gonna do our best, like you were saying too, we're gonna do our best, we're just gonna have fun while we're doing it, and we're not gonna stress about this being the best thing ever or the highest quality production. We're just creating something together and we're having fun doing it, and as long as that's there, the end product is going to be great either way.
Some of the funniest moments that ended up coming into that script with like Luke pulling out like the teacup and the saucer out of nowhere, or like pretending to spray the hand sanitizer in the mouth and the hands because he had the gloves on. We're all like creative ideas by someone on set that day. And if we were so like, no, we need to get this done, we would have missed those moments. Somebody going, hey, I think this would be really funny. And us just going, you're right, let's do it. And we added it in. And then at the end, we're like, oh my goodness, this was so funny. Like, it made it so rich because we were so open to the creative ideas and we said yes.
Yeah.
Everybody felt so part of the team.
I think that's a testament to Deneen again. My cat is chewing on my camera cord.
So funny and so bad. Deneen was so amazing as director.
Because, I mean, to have a director that can really pull it from start to finish, keep everyone on task, but is also approachable for those creative moments and allows people to play and feel comfortable to offer things, that's very commendable. Yeah.
It really is. She deserves
like
a standing ovation on that.
Be. Yeah. She's very talented, and I agree. I think a director should be someone who's obviously they have their vision, but they're open to allowing the actors, the artists, to also delve into their interpretation of things. Yeah. And when they leave that open, there's always that avenue of, okay, we can see what else could be out there, but it doesn't have to be the end vision. It's just allowing them to also express themselves before deciding what that end vision is, So,
Yeah, I think the thing that I learned the most with this challenge is that you can do it. I think we overthink things too much, and we think, okay, we should film this. Let's okay, I think we need about 2 months to plan it. Well, we need to raise a little bit of money. Okay, well, we need to set down like some actors, and you just end up overthinking these things. The next thing you know, months and months and years have gone by, and you haven't made anything. And I think this was really a big push for us because we have now, 3 shorts that we have planned for the summer, and they are locked in, and we are doing them. But the thing I think I really appreciate about a 48-hour challenge, this one in particular, is the rules are everyone's a volunteer. And everyone going in knows that they're a volunteer. And one of the challenges that we're finding right now is that we as producers are willing to do just about anything for free. Just about.
Just about.
And, our actor friends, the jobs are so few and far between that it's like, I'm free. Like, give me something to put on my portfolio. Like, there's certain people in the industry who are very eager to do this stuff for free for trade for portfolio. And then there's real shortages in the industry where people who are in those departments are so swamped with work that they're like, I got to get paid. Like, if I'm taking time away from paid work, like I've made a living at this. The rest of us are all like, this is not my living yet. So but with a 48-hour, there's an understanding going in that there's no pay. It's all going to be just for fun. And
it's in the rules. Like, it's stated. I think it's like the very first rule. And like, it allows union people to come in and have fun and play again.
Yeah. Which is so great.
Yeah, super liberating. Very, very liberating. The Red Sea is having a 48-hour festival, I think this weekend, if anyone's up for it.
I can't get to the Red Sea.
No, you don't have to do it.
Anybody going to fly to the Middle East with me?
You don't have to do it here. You can do it anywhere in the world. It just probably starts at 3 o'clock in the morning for you guys.
Guaranteed. Gosh. So you're going to do it, and I'm going to be your person on the other end for the 48 hours sleeping while you guys are filming?
No, I'm tapped out, to be honest. I'm still recovering from this one. It was a huge amount of work.
I think you're still recovering from India.
That too.
Yes.
There's it's been like a lot of go since then. But a wonderful momentum to leap out of and keep going.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
And there'll be like there's so many more. I think there's another one here called Shits and Giggles.
What a great name.
Yeah, I think that was in September. So yeah, we could have that one too. We could make another 40-hour challenge out here, and we produce it this time. We'll have lots of opportunities to do more stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be
It'll
great.
be great.
What about
What did you learn, Carolee?
Yeah.
Oh, I said mine.
You
Didn't
did.
I?
No?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I said the lighting thing. I talked about the lighting thing.
Yeah. But then you asked
Yeah.
us, like, what was the one thing? You asked us that question after that. Was your answer the lighting thing?
I think
One
I said
sentence?
something- I swear I answered before Shannon, but maybe I didn't. Okay, I guess another big thing that I learned would be I don't know. I think I agree with you guys. Like, same thing. It's collaborating with people and being open to everybody's ideas. I found with my, like, because I had never done it before, the other departments were kind of helping me with, like, hey, you know, these are some tips for what you might want to do and yada yada. And I find on some sets, people might be very, you know, like, this is my job, you know, keep to your responsibility. But I'm not like that. I was very like, yeah, tell me all the info,
I love that.
and I'm going to use that and, you know, figure out what I can do with the knowledge that you're giving me, because I'm also new to this. And I think even if I wasn't, I think it's good to be open to other people's ideas, especially for 48 hours, because
Oh my gosh,
none of you have had the pre-prep of it. So it's not like you already have this vision that you've been planning already. Instead, this time you're, you know, all coming up with this vision at the same time together. So why not, you know, gather from everybody and get their information and their knowledge from their experiences and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say it's a great collaboration opportunity and in that. So yeah.
I love that.
Okay, well, that's it, guys. That's all we have planned for today. This was so fun again. We're excited to be here and chat about the industry with you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Yes.
See you in the
That's
next one.
good. Bye.
Bye, guys.